Hi guys, welcome to the live. This is my first live, so I apologize early on if I do any kind of stupid mistakes. So this is my first live. So here I am to discuss the last chapter of Dr. Stone and what was my opinion regarding it. So Dr. Stone recently ended in the last chapter, the chapter finale in chapter 232, and we got some really amazing as well as kind of disappointing moments at certain parts. In chapter 231 we see that, as you can see in this, if you can see here, most of the futuristic creatures just like here most of the futuristic creatures completely just abandoned humanity and went away. However, one of them, this one, remained, and with that our heroes decided to return back. Now chapter 232, if I go frame by frame, you see the heroes returning back to our world, the landing, so on. Like, they're telling what happened after they landed, and the main chapter starts from this part. Several years later, you can probably see this. So in several years later, you see this city and trees everywhere. So you can basically see that humanity has developed much. However, it has kept its nature alive after 3700 years of nature after humanity's first extinction. Well, we see several moments such as Jen and the scientists, and Yuzuya and Taiju's wedding. Wait, how old are they? This was, I don't know, I felt it was so forced, because throughout this plot they never showed us this developing relationship between Taizu and Yuzuria, but now we just given their marriage. I mean, I'm happy the ship went accordingly, but still. And she's more than 3000 years old. So, I think they're almost 20 years old or something like that at this point, after the petrification. I love this gag in here. So, actually, what I wanted to discuss at the end of this, in this live, was about this last point, about the time machine, this time machine thing, and this creature thing. Like, how does that even make proper sense? I don't know if you have read it or not, but I hope you have read it since I've joined the live. So the fact is, all their struggle and everything, and so many other people, the new people of the new generation, and now they're making a time machine. So will they go back to the time when it all started, and they'll just lose everyone? They'll just lose our waifus? Really, they'll lose her at that point. They would lose everyone. How does that make even sense? All 3700 years of all the people who ever came here, they'll just die off at that. So that's a little weird. This time machine thing really caught me off guard. And another thing is about this creature, this strange creature, about their goal. I think we would have deserved another arc about this, because this arc was so rushed. like they literally just took us to moon. Like I understand that, like, how to say this, from start to end they have followed a certain plot point. The enemies become the friends, you have new enemies, and you have more scientific work to research, because science was the main focus of the series. And up to the last arc there was no enemy but the petrification devices and like the Y-Man, and they made this rocket. But now that after they come to the moon, you see this petrification device as the enemy. So it's kind of like a disappointment, because I actually thought there will be some high-tech civilization and they will be fighting them. I mean, they don't really give you sci-fi stuff, they would mostly give you this thing like humanity's progress and all. But it kinda disappoints me because it was so fast-paced and kind of a disappointment, because you see, I actually thought there will be some kind of monstrous creature behind it or some kind of mad scientist. I mean, Senku's voice was there, then we saw those mysterious frames about that archer. So, why did that does not make to a plot point? That's kind of disappointing. And this time machine thing, right? This time machine thing is actually like continuously, I'm thinking about Solo. I thought they would make some other amazing arc or something else, but this one was kind of underwhelming and so on. Wait, who's that? Is that her? What was the name again? I just forgot all the names the moment I came to life. I was just like reciting those names even. Scientific Dr. Stone is, but can I actually like use all this to make the time machine? Is that physically possible if we are given it all this? Like light speed cyclotron motor or this like Higgs field controller, like they can turn their mass to negative and fly, so like that one. I'm still like finding it disappointing about the time machine. Like she will be gone, this guy, all of them will be just gone if you just reverse the time to 3700 years prior to the 21st century. Like really. So this was kind of disappointment on different side, but I think overall Dr. Stone delivered well, because its main focus was on not superpowers, just science, pure science, and then it just followed on to that, from one invention to another, from like fire to very rockets, and then you getting the time machine, which is like sci-fi, super science. So they delivered on that promise, but the different relationships, the ships between Taizu, Yuzuria, then Kohaku and Senku, then like this time machine thing, okay, but still about the reversal of time, or why man was the machines all along, was kind of disappointment to me, honestly. So that's what I wanted to tell in this live. I think it's a little short live. Like, tell me, how did I deliver on the first live? Because this was my very first live in Instagram. So I'll end it for today. Thanks for joining. Thanks a lot. I hope you also watch my YouTube channel, The Anime Maniacs. Link is in the bio. And thanks again. Bye bye.